All right, so we got the most insane Death Watch missions. Let's get right to the video. Oh, first of all, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below. Brother, it's free, okay? It don't cost a dime. I promise you. Let's go to the video.
G'day guys and gal. Everyone loves the Death Watch, unless you're a filthy Xeno or Gamesworkshop apparently, as their range is well overdue for a refresh.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, like the death. I'm pausing the video already. The Death Watch, I'm gonna keep it real. Like the first time I ever heard of like the Death Watch, whatever, was when I think Titus was like a part of the Death Watch, in the Space Marine game. Other than that, to be honest with you, I don't really know too much about it. I do like how like they're all black and stuff like that, and how some of them still have like their old not clan, but like old like team they used to be on type ish. You get what I'm saying?
But that is neither here nor there. As the Death Watch are the ultimate anti-Xeno fighting force, and as their missions always involve clutch as hell spec ops teams doing extremely niche funky shit, they have some awesome, super interesting moments in the lore. Whether it be trying to rescue a gene sealer impregnated wannabe Inquisitor from our own version of the Alien movies, or stealing a psychic orc crown that could be the key to beating the Nids, or even preventing the awakening of the Elder God of Death. The Death Watch have done it all, and that is worth talking about. Before we get
I mean, bro, the Death Watch, they're kind of like an all-star team, to be honest with you, because don't they have like different people from like other like, you know, factions and stuff like that? They're kind of like free agents in a way, if you really think about it. Kind of like
getting
all-stars.
fit and healthy is a lot more about tips, tricks, and hacks than it is about torturing yourself or having unbreakable willpower.
That's
the
true.
best thing you can do to lose weight is find healthy alternatives to unhealthy food.
True. You know, he's actually not wrong. And also, burning more calories than you eat. Bro, you don't even have to like go to the gym and like, I mean, yeah, it's cool if you go to the gym, but bro, I lost so much weight. Like when I was like 18, 19, working at like the fast food place or whatever, kind of like probably like a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago, bro. When I tell you, bro, I gained so much weight from like working around fast food, because like, bro, I'm surrounded by food, which obviously is an excuse and stuff like that. But bro, listen, what I did was I didn't go to no gym, bro. I just played basketball. I legit went out every single day and played basketball in the sun. I was eating, I was eating like chicken and rice and stuff like that. But again, like I didn't overeat or whatever. And bro, I burned so much weight just playing basketball, y'all. Seriously, I think I turned some of that like weight into like muscle in like my arms and shoulders and stuff like that. And I was just playing basketball for like hours and hours and hours every single day. And I think I lost like 20 to 25 pounds. I just dropped all that weight. And yeah, it was pretty fun.
Which is why I've partnered up with Magic Spoon today to sort you out. So
Nice.
over 5 of the Death Watch's most insane missions, classed by how high the stakes were, how unique the situation was, and my own expert but biased opinion. Let's get into it.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
The Death Watch are kind of like the Grey Knights, but instead of hunting demons, they hunt aliens. That isn't to say Grey Knights can't poon aliens or Death Watch can't poon demons, but both subfactions are specialists, so generally steer towards what they're good at. As a bit of short context on what the Death Watch actually is, every Space Marine chapter will occasionally send Space Marines to temporarily join the Death Watch. Hence, the Death Watch is made up of many, many diverse Space Marines, thus making it quite interesting. A Death Watch squad could have a Blood Angel, Space Wolf, Ultramarine, Dark Angel, and let's say an Exorcist Marine all in one.
Yo, they're legit like the all-star team. Is actually crazy.
All working together and using their diversity to overcome complex situations. Now yes, they are all also trained by the Watch captains of the Death Watch on advanced Xeno hunting techniques and how to best work together, but the members of the Death Watch still carry their own chapter's insignia, as being a part of the Death Watch is not a mark of shame. Well, at least not for everyone. Some Space Marines who have foregone their chapter and renounced it, perhaps because the chapter fell to chaos and they managed to escape, will submit themselves to the Death Watch as a black shield. The Death Watch will psychically scan them to ensure their loyalty, and if they are loyal, they will accept them. No more questions asked.
Really?
So with the basics covered, let's get into the missions. The first I want to go over was kind of an L for the galaxy.
So wait, they just scan them? Then you get like a psyker to just scan him and be like, yeah, he's good. Okay, I'm gonna be real. That's actually kind of fly.
To show that the Death Watch's
That's fly. I like that a lot.
stance may not have always been the best idea. So basically, the Eldar are looking for a way out of their Slaanesh debacle, that being that all Eldar souls are claimed by Slaanesh. So when they die, the god of anal pain gets to consume them unless they protect themselves with spirit stones. The issue is that because of this claim, the Eldar are struggling to rebuild as spirit stones are hard to get.
Bro, they gotta protect themselves using like crystals and stones and stuff. You know, y'all know how like girls be wearing like those those stones, and they be having like all types of rocks and stuff near them, because like, you know, they believe in like They believe in like energy rocks and energy stones and crystals and stuff. Yo, they gotta do that. Nasty work.
They also can't use too much psychic
Nasty
power,
work.
otherwise they risk also being consumed. So they're struggling to breed and they've been nerfed. The Dark Eldar are plentiful in number but cannot use psychic powers, hence also nerfed, and need to constantly raid real space for slaves, which puts them in harm's way. Without Slaanesh, the Eldar Empire would rise again and be extremely powerful. The Eldar's current best chance at this is Yened, their god of death who is currently dormant. If they awoke Yened, it would have a greater claim on the Eldar's soul than Slaanesh, and could battle then destroy Slaanesh, freeing the Eldar race. The only issue is that originally Yened would only awaken if all Eldar died, which the Eldar weren't super keen on. However, Eldrad Ulthuan, the only Eldar that seems to actually ever do anything, came up with a plan. If he could channel the power of many dead Farseers from across all the craft worlds and perform a ritual on a psychic crystal moon, the energy would be so great that it could turbocharge Yened and force an awakening. The issue was that the moon was under the Imperium's control, hence Eldrad attacked the local planet it orbited as a distraction and then begun his ritual. However, the issue was that if Yened did indeed awaken this way, all Eldar craft worlds would get EMP'd and disabled, making them vulnerable. And the Astronomicon, and perhaps even the Emperor himself, would get kicked in the balls extremely hard. So basically it would fuck the Eldar and the Imperium in the ass, with the trade-off being that Slaanesh would likely be destroyed. The Deathwatch detected the ritual and sent a strike team to stop it.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Bro, all systems go, yo. She gotta go. My bad. He gotta, my bad. It gotta go. Slaanesh gotta go. Bro, I don't care, bro. Listen, I don't care if we press the button, bro, and we're at stake. It gotta go. Slaanesh has to go. I don't care. He's going to go, blood. He's going to go, blood. Yeah, bro, he gotta go, bro. He's got to go. I promise you, Slaanesh is the freak demon. She gots to go.
Captain Artemis, one of the greatest heroes of the Deathwatch, personally led his forces against Eldrad. Eldrad tried to reason with Artemis, telling him they could defeat Slaanesh, but Artemis was like, "Do I look like a fucking Grey Knight to you, mate? I kill aliens. You are an alien." I'm just going to assume Artemis is extremely Australian. So the two sides fought, with Artemis gaining the upper hand and forcing Eldrad to withdraw, the ritual incomplete. The crystal moon was destabilized by the aborted ritual and then blew up, removing any chance of reattempting the ritual. It wasn't a total waste though. Yened was stirred and gained a level of sentience, allowing it to choose Yvraine as its champion and also spawn the Incarni, its avatar. However, G-Dub seems to be moving away from the Inari storyline as a whole, as evident by it stating in the new codex that Eldrad is now sick of the Inari and is looking into other methods of saving.
Yo, I got a question to anybody that's like, you know, like currently on like Warhammer's neck right now. What does anybody know like what current like you know arc or like whatever like Warhammer's at right now? Like where is like Warhammer currently at right now? I heard like that they're like, and listen, don't kill me if I'm wrong. I know because a lot of you guys, if somebody gets something wrong, you know, y'all just Batista bomb them through a building, bro. Like y'all have no remorse. I heard about like that, like they're like kind of talking about the Tau right now. Is that true? I don't know. Comment down below. Tell me. You know, listen. Just tell me. Don't kill me. Just tell me, please.
His people. However, it's not really clear if it would have been worth it to awaken Yened. Sure, getting rid of Slaanesh would have been cool, but Slaanesh does the least out of all the Chaos Gods by far, and if it fucked over the Imperium by messing up the Astronomicon, the consequences may have been far worse. I guess we'll never know. The Deathwatch are often sent in when other people fuck up. As much as the Imperium likes to say that all Xeno shit is banned and hated, they do love fucking around with it, and this causes issues for everyone, and then they go, oops, sorry, tee-hee, Deathwatch go in. Nothing highlights this more than the Deathwatch's mission to retrieve an Eldar artifact that did not end up being an Eldar artifact. It was a big-ass dormant Tyranid, which would have been fine if the Mechanicus didn't proceed to drop said Tyranid, which busted it open and caused said big-ass Tyranid to begin killing people. The plot twist was that the Tyranids and the Eldar sort of owned the planet before humanity did, another hint towards Tyranid scout forces stumbling upon the Milky Way many years before the Tyranids actually started coming in force. The Deathwatch threw everything at the Nids, Space Marines, a Dreadnought, and an obscene amount of firepower, before then blowing up the entire area as a surefire way to make sure the threat was well and truly contained. Then to really clean it all up, they killed all witnesses outside of the Inquisition's forces. Since the Deathwatch are the militant wing of the Ordo Xenos, they carried out the executions and were themselves exempt.
I ain't see nothing. yo, witnesses. Me? I ain't see nothing. Me know nothing. Me see nothing. Yo, me see nothing. Yo, as a matter of fact, I was over here. Yo, so I heard what I heard was out of here. You know, cause I you know, my eyes had like, you know, I can't really, you know, like my eyesight, I can't really see from afar. I can't see, you know, so my ears heard car crash. That's all I heard. Oh, there was no car crash. Okay, well, then I must have heard something else. I'm sorry, I didn't know. You gonna have to come back another time.
This did actually
bro. Hey, bro, lying. Capping out my butt, bro. I'm bro, lying.
One of the potential problems within the Death Watch's structure of
I
jamming
promise you.
chapter Space Marines into the same squad. The Exorcist Marine and the team fulfill the orders of the Inquisition without hesitation, as they are quite closely tied to them, whereas the Death Spectre, who themselves are descended from the Raven Guard, a chapter known for its dislike of oppressive higher authorities like the Inquisition, did not want to obey the order and wasn't stoked about it. The Death Watch constantly faces these kinds of hard choices and dilemmas due to the nature of their work, and although it rarely results in violence or mutiny, squads are often disbanded and reformed if the cultural differences become too great. Saying someone in Warhammer 40k is controversial is like saying fucking a dude in the ass as another dude is pretty gay. No shit, everything in 40k is controversial, that's kind of the entire point.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, he didn't. Why did he have to use that example though? But like, he's not wrong. Like, bro, this is Warhammer. Let's not act like, you know, that they, you know, come on, bro. Like, this is Warhammer, bro. This is the loopholes of all loopholes, bro. Everything in this franchise is dark, depressing, brutal, ferocious, controversial, bro. It is what this is the name of the game. What are we talking about? This is literally the name of the game. This is what it is. You take it or leave it.
However, Inquisitor Kaitis Cryptman really takes this to a whole nother level. He was actually the first Inquisitor to discover the Tyranids and their threat to the Imperium, naming them the Tyranids after they consumed the Imperial world of Tyran. He would instantly recognize their extreme threat and do everything in his power to stop them. As he was a respected Inquisitor Lord, he was able to wield a large Death Watch force. So instead of just speaking about one single thing he did, I'll give an overview of all the extreme shit he has done with the Death Watch in the name of combating the Tyranid threat. Some of his ideas were brilliant and won the day, others have been quite questionable and may have fucked over the galaxy pretty hard. To start off, Cryptman was the first to propose prematurely exterminating loyal Imperial worlds that were in the path of a high fleet to deny the Tyranids the biomass. This was heavily opposed by the Ultramarines, but Cryptman did it anyway, blowing up worlds with billions of innocent Imperial citizens on them. This got Cryptman heavily censured as he did it multiple times, however it is actually a pretty good idea. Do you blow up a world, denying it to the enemy to increase your chances of overall victory, or do you let the Tyranids consume it, reducing your chances of overall victory? This Firebreak Exterminatus technique has...
I guess, but like, bro, like he just blew up, bro blew up billions. Like, bro, what? I guess, when you put it that way, I guess.
Actually become the
I guess,
policy,
okay.
As evident by the female custodian vs Tyranid Warhammer Plus episode.
Ooh, who is this? Nah.
Where the custodian literally speaks about the new policy before ordering a Space Marine chapter to blow up a world that they have been oath-bound to protect.
Oh, she got that Brock Lesnar face.
Another spicy Cryptman moment was when the Hive Mind sent a Lictor to assassinate him, as it recognized the threat he posed. Instead of killing the Lictor, Cryptman got the Death Watch to capture it, which ended up being a great idea, as the Lictor's venom was reverse engineered and then used to poison the Tyranid Norn Queen, decimating the Nid forces. Cryptman then did the most controversial thing in his career that literally got him declared a traitor. There was a whole cordon of Imperial worlds in the path of High Fleet Leviathan. Cryptman waited for each to be invaded by the Nids before then instantly virus bombing them, killing the world and the invading Nids. Worlds that could have potentially weathered the invasion were also not spared, no exceptions. The loss of life was obscene and nothing had been seen like it since the Horus Heresy, but the effect it had on slowing the Nid advance was also massive. Cryptman told the Inquisition to lick his nuts, avoided capture, and he kept doing his thing. So a lot of people actually agreed with Cryptman, and much of the Death Watch remained loyal to him due to him actually getting out in the field and busting his balls for them, not being a wanky bureaucrat from behind the scenes. So with that said, Cryptman then performed his final controversial act, and this one may have actually been a bad idea. He noticed that when the Orcs and Tyranids fought, it turned into a really drawn-out vicious conflict that decimated both sides. So
Duh.
he captured some gene stealers at massive cost, put them in stasis, and then put them on board a Space Hulk and sent that Space Hulk crash landing into the Orc Empire of Octarius. This ended up luring a large hive fleet out of Imperial space and into the Orc Empire, where the Mega War for Octarius took place. At first it seemed like a good idea. The Tyranids and Orcs locked in mortal combat. However, it soon became apparent that both sides were becoming more powerful from the conflict, not weaker, with the Tyranids recently winning and emerging from the war zone swollen with biomass and experience, something the Imperium has labelled as an unholy mess that needs to be cleaned up, and listing Cryptman as the biggest fuckwit ever. So yeah, dude is an interesting one, and I thought I would mention him since all of his actions were done by the Death Watch. This next insane mission is worth talking about since it involves a Xeno race we have never seen before, as well as the legendary Captain Artemis, the man who clapped Eldrad and stopped the awakening of Yned. It involved the Knib, a heavily psychic Xeno race engineered by the Old Ones. They invaded an Imperial world and begun psychically enslaving its people. In fact,
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I was standing at this the entire time. This is like a little crossword puzzle.
Power was so great that they could even dominate and mind control Space Marines, which they did to Artemis's squad. Even with their captain, who was a Psyker, trying to shield their minds, 3 of the Death Watch fell under the aliens' control, causing them to kill 2 of their brothers, whilst Artemis in turn had to kill his fallen comrade.
Yo, if I was one of these guys, bro, I would never even like let myself even get taken control by like some alien warp like energy, bro. Like that's how like strong willpower I would be in Warhammer, but that's just me.
The survivors fought like hell.
Like all these guys, they're kind of like mentally weak. I would have definitely like, I would have like, you know, I would have noticed that was there, like trying to like hack my mind and stuff like that. But I would never fall for it because, you know, like, you know, I got that mental strength. Actually, Vulcan actually told me how to, you know, how to psychologically not break, you know.
Stay alive and wait for evac.
I don't know if you guys knew that, but,
Eventually,
you know.
the psychic shielding failed, and the squad leader was killed by another mind-controlled battle brother. Artemis took command, said enough was enough, and escaped the planet, but not before exterminating the shit out of it, ending the Knib threat. It's always fascinating seeing these niche but powerful alien forces rear their heads as opposed to the usual suspects. Also wild to see how easily they twisted the minds of the Death Watch. Not even Chaos Demons can bend Space Marines that easily. And finally, the last mission I want to talk about was actually a massive nod to the Alien franchise, which the Gene Stealers are somewhat inspired by. The Inquisition wanted to study the Gene Stealers, so they deliberately allowed an Imperial world to be infected before then sending an inquisitorial agent down to the world with the intention of getting them infected and then rescued so the study could go further. Overall, a fucking shit idea that ended terribly. We get a particularly disgusting scene where the Death Watch have infiltrated the Gene Stealer nest and discover dozens of women semi-enclosed in biomatter who were raped and now have a Gene Stealer growing inside of them and explode out of them, killing the women painfully before then eating their corpses. The women are in agony the entire time. See, that is
I was not expecting that. I was not.
Whoa. Work. The first few
Wow.
are born normally as they are designed to pass as
Wow.
humans and infiltrate. However, when they start birthing the powerful pure strain Gene Stealers, it's a disgusting affair similar to that of Alien. It has been a while since I've read that story. However, I'm pretty sure it ends with the agent getting extracted for study and the world getting blown up due to the Gene Stealer infestation getting out of hand. The Death Watch having to do the heavy lifting because the fuckwits in the Inquisition that are too pussy for field duty keep coming up with quite literally the worst ideas possible. But yeah, happy to be corrected on that one if I messed it up. I'm just still scarred from when I read the scene regarding the women. Yucky. If you enjoyed the video and you want to
shout out to Majorkill, bro. I was not expecting that. Wow. Bro, it's Warhammer. It's bro, like that's all I can say. Like there's no other like explanation that I can even say. Like, bro, it's Warhammer. Like there's nothing that I can. I told y'all this from the beginning. I was like, yo, this is Warhammer. Like, bro, oh goodness, man. Comment down below, man. What do you guys think about it? Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. I can't even talk. I'm so starstruck, bro. I'm so like out of it from that outro a little bit. Yo, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below. Like I said before, it's free. You don't gotta pay $1, a dime, or a penny. It's free. Make sure you guys follow right down below. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see you guys like fixing them out. Wowzers. Peace out.